Hi, Leo. Oh, right there. Hi, Leo. All right, welcome to this place if you're new here. Welcome back if you're returning. So, we're facing east this time. Whenever we face this way for you, it's a new energy, right? There's like new. Well, you're facing the day, right? I heard in a new and beautiful way. Or at very least, that's a possibility. So, but usually when we face this way as another layer is when there are things to do. You have the energy for it. It'll make you feel better too if things have been a little cloudy or I'm seeing light like shining into a room. What else? Before we jump into your cards. Oh, even if it's just for this month, it doesn't have to be every day, but I'm seeing something like, this is like in a practical way, of someone completely doing something different, like with their day-to-day. Specifically, I also see if it was something like, I'm going to change this in my routine. Like, you know, I'm going to, well, I heard like dance or like exude energy to get your heart rate up like every day. I feel like try to do that. That may like help your energy, right? This is a square time to you when I'm recording this. So, well, heart health is very important to Leo because you rule over the heart. I also feel like someone's not as worried about money if they were. You know, it could even be something, again, I see this other specific example of being, I see the number 42. You know, maybe it's like, I'm not going to drink coffee, you know. Yeah, okay, Taurus, there's something about Taurus, too. Seems a little jittery today. I don't know if it's Mercury or what, but I'm also like in a transitionary stage, you know. Like I know where I'm going. I know where I've been. I know where I am, and I know where I'm going. But for me to get where I'm going, there are a few things that I need to do and where I am, and working within that. Oh yeah, there was also another message about how the boundaries of something, like the edges or the container, if you will, the size of that is what it actually determines, like what you can put in it. Do you know what I mean? So it's almost like the edges define the inside. And if you want more information on that, Taurus's reading will be very helpful. Those of you who have been praying, really putting like your heart into your own healing and kind of accepting more of maybe things with other people. I feel like a cloud is also being lifted for some in their heart, you know. Not that I don't. I mean, there is a lot of positivity, but we're in Scorpio time. It's like, you know, it's the desert, and the divine. Yes, there's great healing that also can be done if you're looking. I heard to clear your heart or your mind of something. Okay. And the small adjustments, or I heard, or the awareness around a situation also brings a lot more vitality to someone. Again, if it's been cloudy or you've been a little bit like, there's something that's mellowing out. It's like getting warmer, okay? I heard someone's coming more like into home about something. Okay, let's see your next two. Open them all up. Okay, the seashell and the moon. So we have a lot of Cancerian energy. That's home too. Oh, we have the lion. Look at you showing up. Good job. Always nice to be, you know, you want to show up in your own reading, right? You are a very important equation. Someone has a fire moon, or like when the moon is in Leo, okay, if you want a little thing, those of you who follow this, I see the moon in Leo, the moon in Pisces, the moon in Cancer. When the moon is in those signs, I feel like those are really good days. Those are really good times to like pray, to also ask for healing. If I remember, I'll try to put those dates, but we all have an I know you can, if someone wants to find something out, like they will. It's an option to be able to find the answer, right? The wind, yes, in the crystal. So if there's also anything you're trying to sort out, in whatever way, I guess this silence really helps a lot to get your footing. I'm seeing a cat with like a beautiful tail, or like a four-legged creature with a beautiful tail. Taurus had this ray of light card. Now we have the divine again. The divine ray of light. If there's any other people in your heart, or that you've let into your heart, I really feel that you don't want there anymore. You know what I mean? Or again, you want to soften those edges, whatever it is. I heard soften the sting, get the because this is pretty intense, but I just saw someone like smearing shit into a wound. You know, like something's flushing something out, if you want, cleaning it up, getting the toxicity out of there. So that, remember, you can keep your optimism and positivity, but like, I want you to be nice to your, okay, what person, when I'm like, who do you love the most? I want you to love yourself that much too. And know that you are loved that much by others. I do feel like this month has something too where it's like there could be a bit of thinking about like, all right, who am I, and like, what do I want? And I feel like there's a lot of power yeah, it's like something is strong and it knows which way to go. But I guess there could be a little bit of something feeling like it's going backwards, but it's actually going forward. Oh, someone just saw someone after not seeing them for a while, and they're so happy too. Ladybug. Yeah, it's like, so there's some kind of reunion at some, we're working into a reunion energy. I see July and August. And then I saw that animal's tail again. Someone has been there's such a great patience here. And I feel like there's a sort of intuitive knowing. There's that ray of light again. There's like an intuitive knowing of what is light and what is shadow, like what is good and what is bad, if you will. Because with moth, it's like the moth is drawn to the light, right? Moth is always drawn to the light. And so I actually see your optimism, your attitude, your energy being very bright. And actually, if there's something you've been fighting with, I don't know if this was for some of you, maybe physically, you're going to feel a lot better. If you've also been fighting with something psychologically, like day-to-day, desert, I feel like a person's like no longer wanting to, like, they don't want to fight within an energy. They're not trying to push it. Thunderbolt. No, it's like, I heard you'll know whether you're going the right way via the behavior of others around you, or what you're connected to. And actually, I'm seeing this also in a positive of where, especially any of you who have been praying, you're like, man, I want to feel better, you know, like I want to have more energy about something. I don't want to feel so, well, I heard drained. Especially there was something emotionally also, like Cancer, what is that, July to now. And there's been some beautiful, I feel like some of the things that have happened have been so, well, some of the things that have happened since then have been so healing. But this little cloud in the corner, again, is getting pushed away, but I feel like, I heard take advantage of the time to burn off any, again, energy that you have to, because you are so bright. I heard please respect your light. Ray of light again. Well, let's read this card just in case some of you don't decide to go over to Taurus. I mean, there's more over there that's helpful, but especially if you're working through, like, because they talked about success in career. So this ray of light, it reminds a person that where your attention goes, energy flows, but that's hard for you sometimes, right? Because you want to look at the positive, and you do, but I feel like Leo energy has a hard time, any fire has a hard time kind of like, well, being in the moon, you know what I mean? Like being like, everything's awesome, but like that still kind of hurts, and I'm like working through that. Just remember that's not a weakness, ever. You know what I mean? It's not a weakness. If anything, it makes a person humble, which gives them, it enhances the courage and intimacy between people, right? And also with someone's faith in with spirit, because, well, I heard there are some things that are just have been out of our control, you know? And I feel like this is where a person recognizes the control that they do have. And in that, what this ray of light talks about is visualizing your future, you know, like being very conscious of where you are. I heard connecting and cutting any strings from before that are no longer relevant, but really the most important here and future energy. Okay, it says see your dreams coming into form, right? Focus on the vision for your future rather than your fears. Because part of the reason to work on the emotional side of, again, whatever you've had to deal with, I don't know, this could have been, I'm seeing kind of the eclipse cycle with this sun-moon energy, so this could have been, again, the last 2 years of things. Scarab, yeah, they push around poop. You know, it's stuff to deal with. Maybe for some of you, Swan in relation to love, you know, and Waterfall, there's obviously a lot of emotion around love, or again that emotional element wants your attention too, because that's a big part of creation. Do you know what I mean? That's a huge part of creation, not only how we think and perceive things, but also how we feel about that. And the undercurrent of the feeling, it's a big, I heard, a big part of the creation. And Taurus had this water trine too, divine, yes, interesting. There could also be some really, like, cool conversations. They could be artistic, they could be romantic. There could be some creativity also, or some, I keep seeing that light going through that, into that room again. So maybe there's something shifting in ways of home. I heard some kind of, again, conversation. There's also conversations from afar too. Maybe this is just catching up with folks, or maybe there could be like psychic things sent from afar. But in that sense, you want to remember what's being projected at you, right? Some people try to throw things at Leo because, again, you are so bright. So in that sense, I guess you want to also be aware of your protection mechanism, because there's still a part of you right now that's sensitive, you know? And so, because someone could be, I actually see whatever this cloud is, I heard it floats off, it floats away. And then all of a sudden this feeling of comfort comes, and it helps a person to feel more like open-hearted or open-armed to something. I heard hugs are really important. And then I saw two people laughing. There's also something about fish or like seafood. Is that it? I guess that's it, Leo. Thank you so much for being in this life. I hope this was helpful. These cards are cool. They're different. I just wanted to, like, you know, not... Well, how do I explain this? Oh. Some of you are meant... Part of that emotional is because you're, like, either meant to have a... Like a... you want to be open emotionally because some kind of memory could come back to you. Like, I don't know if it's something to heal or if it's something that's just needs to be processed again, like one last, I heard a little picker about something or something like that. But, and a part of why this is happening, this could have already happened for some of you, but part of why this is happening is because now something about it, something wants you to get to a stage where you can, because I keep seeing what someone ends up remembering as they move forward with this is remembering, like, kind of like what love really is, or like remembering what it feels like to be within something and not afraid of it. Do you know what I mean? It's like, because something could be really intense. It could be a really intense feeling. Like a deep, deep connection, you know? And for some, this may feel a bit like a storm, but remember, all storms pass if that's you. The light comes, I heard of, will eventually come through, right? And if the feeling that you're having is like where it's like crystal clear and you're like, oh my God, the water is so pure. Like, this feels so pure. This feels so good. It feels so, I heard excited that I walked through the jungle to end up at this, in this heaven, then man, oh man. It's like something may really shift. I feel like something has been shifting a person's, what they believe, like their belief system. You know what I mean? And I want you to remember, as much as you believe in other people, people believe in you, plebe. Allie, I love you, plebe. Right? You're not a plebeian. You are not a plebe. You are... You are always expanding and changing, and it's so cool. It's so cool to witness. Yes. Actually, this reminds me. When was that? Oh yeah, that 2 years ago. That 2 years or so. Somebody's been preparing for this. Taurus also mentioned this. Who is in your wolf pack? Who can you like be like, oh man, I can relax. That's your wolf pack. The breath of the wolf. This is reminding me, I'm seeing teeth. Did we talk about the dentist? Or again, it's like taking care. Hold on. When's the last time you howled? Okay. I love you so much, and thank you for being part of this place. Yes, Leo, the star, and Leo. Oh my God, it's Aquarius. Leo energy. Perfect. It's all lined up. Thanks, Leo, for being here. Thank you for your kindness and your hard work. Thank you for your patience. And understanding. Please take care, and I'll talk to you next time. Because, you know, it's a pleasure connecting with your energy. It's always a pleasure. I love you, Leo. Peace.